Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Coach Matt, EliteThrowsCoaching.com, Primal Athlete Training Center here in Cranston, Rhode Island. Today is week 5 of your conjugate summer training. So, last week we had you pick brand new main movements for your max effort squat and your max effort bench. We had you pick all new accessory exercises for your max effort days and your speed days. And for your speed work, we basically just had you kind of go a little bit slightly different than we've had the previous 3 weeks. Well, now we're on week 5. So what does week 5 mean? Week 5, we are going to stay with the exact same exercises that you did last week, but we are going to break records. So on your accessory exercises for all 4 days, you're going to try to go heavier and still hit the same amount of reps. If you picked a body weight movement or a movement where you are not able to go heavier, maybe the dumbbells aren't heavy enough, maybe the weight stack on the pull down machine or whatever you're using does not go heavier, then you're going to do more repetitions. So we want higher intensity, more weight whenever possible, but if that's not possible, we are going to do more repetitions. For your max effort movements, last week we worked into a very heavy single. This week we're going to lower that weight by a couple pounds, usually about 10%, and we're going to try to go for a very heavy double, so a max set of 2. Again, that's all going to be explained in the online workouts that you get, the PDF that comes with the email on Sunday night along with this video. And for your speed work, you're just going to add about 5% more of your max to the bar. Now, let me give you an idea. Today is Thursday, so today was my dynamic lower body day. So the exercise, last week we showed you our dynamic upper body. This week was dynamic lower body. So lower body this week was a box squat. Now listen to how specific this gets. People always want to know the variations. Listen to how specific this gets. Box squat with 1 chain per side. The box was on the 5th hole plus 1 mat. So there's the options you can change in future weeks. So it was a box squat. Box squat was with a regular 45-pound power bar. There was 1 chain per side. The box was on the 5th hole, making it a 16-inch box, and there was 1 mat on top of it, making it 16 3/4 inches tall because I have really long legs. So in future weeks, we can get rid of the box. We can change the bar. We can add or take away chains from each side. We can lower the box. We can take off the mat. We can add height by putting on other mats. So you can really get crazy and get creative, but without really having to change the movement that much. Okay, so pick one thing and change it. A lot of people get so thrown off with the variations. People are very confused with the variations, but really we're just changing a little thing. We're not changing the entire movement. We're not trying to do something so completely, different from what we've done in weeks before. We want to keep it pretty similar, but just change it slightly. So Coach Anise and I talked about last week, you can, open up your stance. You can go to a narrow stance. Deadlift, for example, if you guys are doing deadlifts, you can go sumo, deadlift, conventional deadlift, hex bar, deadlift, sumo deadlift off of blocks, conventional deadlift off of blocks, hex bar deadlift off of blocks or using the lower or the higher handle, sumo deadlift from a deficit, conventional deadlift from a deficit, hex bar deadlift from a deficit with the higher or the lower handles. So right there, that's probably like 12 to 14 different variations that you can do. Then you can add bands, you can add chains. Remember, this is only a 13-week program. This is going to get you to the start of the school year, to the end of August. So we don't have 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to work. We're doing this in a 13-week period. All right? What you're going to see is my workout from today is actually going to be at the end of this video. So my workout today was There it is. Box squats plus 1 full chain per side with the box on the 5th hole plus 1 mat. Did that for 12 sets of 2. Then we did walking lunges with a 60-pound sandbag. Did 10 per leg, so 4 sets of 10 per leg. We did chin-ups with a red band, that's a mini band, underneath my knee. We did 4 sets of as many as possible. And then I did reverse hypers. Only 90 pounds, because again, we're not trying to overload and go crazy, just really trying to feel that movement at the end of the workout. 90 pounds, 4 sets of 15. So that was my speed day. Nothing too crazy. It's a little bit heavier than last week, but on the chin-ups, I tried to do 1 or 2 more repetitions per set. I got about 2 more on the first set, the same amount on the second, the same amount on the third, and 1 more on the fourth. So I did a couple more than last week. Again, broke a record, did more than last week. We're okay with that. Walking lunges, same amount of repetitions as last week with a heavier sandbag. And with the speed squats, we did more weight than last week, again, for the same amount of sets and reps. So we just broke those records a little bit. We'll do the same thing next week until we change movements on week 7. All right, so you're starting to get the pattern, starting to make some big improvements. We've gotten a lot of feedback on this during the summer. People are really loving the program. Check out what we did at the end. I'm going to clip those videos in right now for you to see the entire workout real quick. Just 1 set from each thing. And again, if you guys have any questions, make sure to get in touch with me. All right, hope you guys are liking these videos. Please make sure to comment and share. Leave your questions down below or go to the link down below, elitethrowscoaching.com/online team. That way you can read all about being part of the online team, get signed up, and get bigger and stronger and more explosive this summer. Talk to you soon.